Well, here we are, back in the garage. Look at that, I got all the drawers closed for once. Been working on the bike. XR650R, I bought it for 3,800 bucks. I always pay too much. So anyway, I'm tearing it down. I got over here, I got the tank off, sitting on a shelf. Over here we got the Harley sitting in the corner. Poor baby. But I love her. I do. I love her. Anyway, got the side covers off. I'm gonna get that cleaned up. Get all that cleaned up. Ordered some new spacers for the bolts there. I mean, these just look like shit. Oop. There goes a spacer and a bolt. Radiator cowlings. I'm going to polish them up. I'm going to leave those stickers. They don't look too bad. The brush guards, I'm going to take those both off and clean them up real nice. I need to get, look at here, they got this Novus. It's a, number 1 is a clean and shine. Number 2 is a fine scratch remover. I need to buy the number 3. 3 is like the big scratch remover. And, this is actually what I clean my windscreens with. It's a very good quality. It works for polishing this plastic too, but this is for your visors, your goggles. This especially for your goggles. Good stuff. Anyhow, show you what we got here. Got the throttle slide here. Is just, look at that. Shiminy Christmas. Dirty, grimy. Oh, the dirt kind of takes its toll on the shot peening too, I'm sure. I don't know if it makes a difference. I got new levers ordered, some really nice levers. I'll show those later. Haven't got them yet. These are Renthal fat bars, made in England. I don't know how to judge the rise, from here to here. I don't know what that's about, but hopefully these are for a taller rider. I'm 6'4". These are cool. The mirrors fold down. I need to take those apart and clean them up and just kind of go through them. Throttle cables. The one on the left there, I kind of wiped it down. The one on the right, if it would focus. I got to clean that up, and I'm going to lube both cables. Hopefully they work good. I don't want to. The ones I'm going to get are 2 inches longer because eventually I'm going to make sure I have the 2-inch rise handlebars. And so those only make sense to get the 2-inch rise throttle cables. Here on the bench, the throttle is my big concern. Here's the pieces that the throttle. This is, just filthy, freaking dirty. This is stuff people can do by themselves, but they got to take it apart and clean it. Here's like I already cleaned this piece. And along with that, I'm going to apply some Slick Honey. This is what I use on bicycles. It's made by Buzzies. Buzzies Slick Honey. Good stuff. Good stuff. I sell it, by the way, if anybody wants some. I think it's, it's $11.99 for a little tube of this, but the best slick stuff you'll ever find. Buzzies Slick Honey Grease. Those are the nuts and bolts for putting the cowling and gas tank back on and throttle. Got some miscellaneous stuff from the hardware store yesterday for the fender. This bike has been ridden hard and put away wet. Miscellaneous tools for these projects. Slide. Anyhow, down here, I noticed that the The radiator's been bashed in here. It's supposed to be nice and straight. It's it's not. You can kind of see it's bad, but it doesn't leak. And I guess as long as the cowling's in place, you can't tell it's bent, so I'll leave it. You can buy, you can buy all kinds of new stuff, but I mean, as far as I can tell, they don't leak and they're pliable. I'm going to leave these for now. The carburetor supposedly had been gone through. So far I haven't got it running real good, but maybe I'm going to run some fresh fuel through it. After I get this back together, I'll run some fresh fuel through it and hopefully rinse this thing out and open it up and maybe get some of that gunk out that maybe it's accumulated. And sometimes these bikes, if they haven't been ridden, they're kind of gunky and they got to kind of clean them out. Fresh fuel, and we can warm it up, open it up. Hopefully it'll run better. Because so far it's been a cold-blooded pig. Fucking red pig, right? I got some new spark plugs ordered. I said we'll clean that air cleaner up. I got the back fender was missing a couple bolts and spacers. I'm going to figure that all out. Eventually I'm going to replace the chain and sprockets and probably even new wheels. Holy cow, it's missing a freaking spoke. I just realized that. Holy shit. It's missing a spoke. Yeah, well. Fuck. I always pay too much for these things. But, it did come with this Baja design. It looks like it's got the incandescent or I don't know if it's halogen. I doubt it's a halogen light. But it's got the LED blinkers, the compact blinkers. And it's got that computer. It's got the battery pack and the horn down here and the key switch. There's the horn. I'm not sure what that is. Baja Designs. There's a battery pack in there somewhere. I'm not sure about it all. It's way down in there. And if anybody knows about this applied triple tree, whatever that is down there, let me know. I'm not sure what that is all about. And if you see anything here that's out of order, let me know. Got my new plate. Look at there. April, January. That's cool. There's no hassle at the DMV at all. I want to get that lower fender skirt replaced. You can see it's cracked and it's just beat to shit. I'm gonna get a new one of those. Eventually, a new tire, probably new wheels. I'd like to. I'm a sissy. Maybe use these for thrashing on. Get that spoke replaced. Yes, sirree. I got to get a spoke for that. Might as well. Might as well, huh? Maybe that's why it's bent. Anyhow, for now, I guess that's about it. Oh, check it out. Lucas 2-cycle oil. I know it's not a 2-cycle bike. This is for my chainsaw. But I want everybody to know that I'm working on selling Lucas products because they support all the motorsports, and we appreciate it. By the way, that's what Donald Trump's talking about. Anyway, go Lucas. Go number 69, Sammy Halbert. He's over in Australia right now. Can't even pronounce it. It's a Tarhi flat track moto. It's an Australian version of flat track, and Sammy's been over there for a few years. It's a good deal for him. He loves it over there. I think he's got his mom with him over there with him this year. Anyhow, I bought this dirt bike, and I fell in love with Mexico. So, but remember, I was on this girl when I fell in love with the idea of this girl. So I want them to know that I love them both. Okay? She's my new one. Oh, baby. There's a couple other good old girls there. And I've been enlisted to take care of this old girl too. These two girls don't get ridden enough. I need to get on them and ride these girls in preparation for riding this girl. Anyway, that's all for now. So until later.
Cause I always wanted the one that was long and black. One day I devised myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in the lunchbox in my hand.
Adios.